Holy cow, guys, Bungie just dropped a brand new exotic special ammo auto rifle with an exotic mission to accompany it. It's day one, we can't even craft it with all the perks yet, and it's already busted. And I'm not kidding, like, I hate when people overhype stuff, you know this, but this is seriously incredible. It basically takes everything that makes rocket sidearms meta in PvE, and then it elevates it to greater heights. And soon we'll be able to craft it with things like onslaught and destabilizing rounds, and that will make it even more insane. But completely naked, out of the box, this is setting the new standard for PvE builds. Let me break this thing down for you. It's called the Choir of One. First things first, I gotta say, Bungie has been hyping up this exotic mission for several weeks now, and I was like seriously underwhelmed by it, honestly. I mean, comparing it to like Revision 0, to the 0 Hour mission, the Black Hammer mission. Like, I don't think this thing even registers on the Richter scale for me. It was completely forgettable. The bosses were just like normal Vex dudes. The mechanic was incredibly basic. There was a couple of rooms that had some great environmental storytelling, but as a full package, underwhelmed. I think that the mission could have been a Battlegrounds activity, honestly. But the exotic auto rifle that we get, it's bonkers. I'm going to show you gameplay now in Master Difficulty Lost Sector Solo. I want you to see how it shreds majors at the highest difficulty level, how it deletes minors, how I can dump ammo into champs and disintegrate them and still have hundreds of rounds left. That's what's crazy about the Choir of One. Let's talk about exotic perks first. So it's a void weapon in the energy slot that takes special ammo, which is new for an auto rifle. And there are two exotic perks at work here. First is Command Frame. It reads, fires extended range heavy caliber projectiles at a reduced rate of fire, deals increased precision damage when aiming down the sights. Second is the perk Fanatical Lance. It reads, rapid final blows cause targets to explode into a pool of radiolarian fluid. Hip firing launches multiple projectiles at once in a slower moving spread pattern. Projectiles detonate on impact. Let me summarize this for you, okay? If you ADS, you're going to be shooting a precision weapon kind of like a scout rifle. When you hip fire, you're going to be firing something like a Wyvern Lance blast with 5 projectiles in a diamond pattern, almost like a shotgun blast. Rapid final blows create an explosion of radiolarian fluid, just like the Seasonal Echo's weapons. These pools count as auto rifle damage, by the way, so they can stun overload champions who get caught in it. So for rank and file combatants, you're going to want to ADS and beam them down with headshots. For majors and stunned champions, you'll want to just dump the hip fire shots to bake them lightning fast. And I do mean lightning fast. This servitor here is on Master Difficulty and has a Void Shield. Look at this. At Master Difficulty, this is how fast he gets baked by this thing. And I want you to notice two main things. One, like we just said, dumping the hipfire shotgun blast does insane damage and deletes bigger targets. The second thing I want you to notice is the ammo economy. Yes, the hipfire dumps do burn through a lot more ammo quickly, but you have a lot of ammo to work with. Like, I've only got one reserve mod on, and I've got 400 rounds to work with. That's an absolute butt ton of ammo. I'm clearing Master Lost Sectors with only the Choir of One alone, and never getting close to running out of ammo. I'm only using the Pulse to stun barrier champions, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm making Master Difficulty activities completely trivial with this new exotic alone. I'm running one Special Finder and no Scavenger mods here. The second thing I want you to notice is how Bungie clearly saw this coming, and they tailor-made the artifact perks in anticipation for this exotic. We now have Overload Auto Rifles, so we can use this thing against Overload Champions. And there's Overload Champions in the Legendary Lost Sectors, the Master Lost Sectors, and especially in the new raid. We've got Sustained Fire, which grants you damage resistance while dishing out auto rifle damage. We have Targeting Autoloader, which reloads your equipped auto rifle on final blows. Like, I can chew through these Lost Sectors while seldom reloading. But I'm also stacking a few other artifact mods in here as well to full send on this exotic. I'm running the Briarbind's exotic gauntlets to send out my Child of the Old Gods to weaken enemies on the battlefield, and I'm running the Void Hegemony artifact mod, which gives me an overshield when defeating weakened enemies. I've got Expanding Abyss, which ups my damage against weakened targets when I'm using a Void weapon. Note the difference in damage, by the way, here on the boss before and then after the Child of the Old Gods attaches to him and applies that weakening debuff, which activates the Expanding Abyss mod. And then I'm running Shield Crush to increase my melee regeneration while I've got the overshields that I get from defeating weakened targets. Like, this is beyond broken! This is meta-defining right here. I can't wait to take this thing into the raid and just absolutely dumpster on enemies. This will be good against Tormentors in the first and third encounters. It'll destroy the mini-bosses in the second encounter. Heck, I want to see what it'll do to the Witness if I just dump the hipfire shots into his crit spot while I have an Old Gods attached to him. This is going to genuinely shake up the meta in a real way in PvE. Let me briefly mention PvP. This thing sucks in PvP, right? It does 71 to the head, so it's a 4-shot kill, 3 to the head, 1 to the body. You kill faster with a primary ammo pulse rifle than this thing with full headshots in PvP, right? The TTK sucks. You can hipfire people to death, but you gotta land most of the shot to do it, and it chews through all your ammo when you do it, and it travels slowly, so you have to like lead the shot. Like, there's no world where that's better than just shooting someone with a shotgun, right? Or a fusion rifle. This thing is dog water in PvP unless there's a hidden mechanic that I've yet to discover. This thing is just a meme weapon. That said, the Choir of One is literally so good in PvE that I just don't care. I don't care that the exotic mission was lame, because once I get my crafted version, I'm never going back in there anyways. I don't care that it sucks in PvP. As a Voidwalker main, I'm just so happy that I have a new exotic that integrates into my kit in a big way and absolutely dumpsters on enemies of all types in PvE. I can't wait to play around with this thing more, but I hope the master difficulty destruction in the gameplay in this video is enough to show you just how busted this thing is right now. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you let me know what you think of this exotic mission in the comments below. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.